morning, good day, good night, whatever time you're watching this. Hope you have cool. My name is Ben Earl. Welcome back to another very reaction video. Today, we're reacting to why was this a children's book? Now, I'm gonna go and skip ahead and trying to show you what book they're talking about. They're talking about this book. Picture. Come on, I see you right here. Like, show the picture. This book right here. A Bad Taste Strikes. Now, I read this book when I was younger. That's the reason I'm reacting to this because I read this book when I was younger. Now I don't remember, actually like I don't remember anything that's in the book, per se, but I remember like seeing this cover with the girl with all the stripes. I remember seeing that. I don't remember what the book was actually about. So that's why I'm reacting to this today. And let's hop right into it.
I have stated before on this channel, and am now stating again, I don't have a lot of fears. That's not a flex, my brain is numb. However, this was not always the case.
Sorry, he's very loud, and I thought that was a girl for a minute. I'm sorry, but he's like very loud. I know it's probably not loud for you, but it's very loud for me.
I was kind of what you would call a pussy as a child. I was afraid of literally everything. As an anxious little thing, I wouldn't go on the scary rides at the amusement park. I wouldn't, climb the tree.
I'm sorry. I'm still confused on him. I don't mean to be like disrespectful or anything because I know I kind of look like the same way, but like my voice is a little bit different, and you can kind of tell in a way. Even though you see the face of his, but like when you hear my voice, you're like, I don't know. You probably think like I'm just a young man, but like at the same time, I mean, can't really see. But I have breasts. I don't know, but I think there's a girl. I don't care. Adam's apple. I don't know. I'm sorry.
With my sister or do the monkey bars. Not that I could, regardless. I was afraid of a lot of things, and some of it was media. Even children's media, although some children's media back in the day was certainly something. I think adults are scared by some of the media on Cartoon Network still. This story begins in my mother's classroom. My mom is a teacher. By her request, my sister and I went to the school that she taught at in elementary school. And that usually entailed being brought to school by her, starting the day in her classroom, going to the classroom I was assigned to for my grade, and then staying with her after school in her classroom until we all went home. One morning, I was bored before school starting, and to quench my thirst for knowledge, I decided to go read some books in my mother's second grade classroom. I go over to the bookshelf and I am greeted, we'll say, with this. My, at the time, 5-year-old body was struck with an intense anxiety, a deep despair. There is something so utterly terrifying about the cover of this children's book. So, what did I do as a little Nick, seeing this terrifying cover? I read it, of course. I was 5. I was curious and 5, so my first thought was to indulge. The self-harm with, scaring myself happened quite early, didn't it? And boy, oh boy, the entire book was terrifying, and it wasn't necessarily. I mean, the concept of the book definitely got weirder as it went on, but it was mostly the illustrations. I reviewed this book at my geriatric age of 20. And I can't help but wonder why this was a children's book. David Shannon, the illustrator and author of this book, is also the illustrator and author of the renowned series, at least in the United States, No David. No David was on every teacher's book
Sorry, we're popping. I've never heard of No David.
shelf from grades kindergarten to third. And I will say outright, not a fan of this man's art style. No, David wasn't necessarily as terrifying as The Bad Case of the Stripes, but No David certainly wasn't a very comforting art style either. This man, David Shannon, truthfully only created No David and The Bad Case of the Stripes. These were his two successes. And after making No David after No David book, I just wonder why this man went on to create something so different and out of the park in comparison to No David. Something so utterly terrifying that it makes me wonder why this man was a children's book illustrator. I thought today we could go through and I can show you why I'm wondering why this is a children's book. It's not necessarily that I'm afraid of it the same as when I was a child, because if I was, I'd be screaming and crying right now. There's something deeply unsettling, I think. I think that's the right word, is unsettling. Deeply unsettling about this art style. I need to show you what I mean, and I need some validation that I'm not insane. I am, but that's not the point. But anyways, let's read through The Bad Case of the Stripes. God, that cover, it freaked me out.
I don't get that. I mean, I don't find that scary. I don't find it like freaky. I don't find it like covered. I honestly find it like appealing, attractive in a way. Like if I saw that on the shelf, I'd want to read it. Just by the way it looks, it looks interesting, you know. But knowing it's a kid's book, I don't know. Of course, I mean kids will probably be kind of scared that their skin will turn, stripes like that. But at the same time, me as a almost 18-year-old, you know, gonna just don't don't find that scary. I find it interesting. Like I want to read that. If I was a reader, I'm not a reader. I would never read books. That's what I'm like, required to. I haven't read a book since middle school, honestly.
I lost my shit every time I saw it when I was a child. Yeah, it's still a little unsettling. God, I hate this man's art style. Not necessarily because he's not talented, but more because this is not a children's book art style. This man should have done horror. Camila loved lima beans. Camila did not eat them because her friends did not like them. Damn, Camila, have a backbone. Camila was getting ready for the first day of school. Camila looked in the mirror and screamed. I would too. Camila had stripes all over her body. Camila could not go to school with stripes. I'm so unsettled. The doctor came to check Camila. Camila felt okay, but did not look okay. The doctor said Camila could go to school. It doesn't look better from a side profile. Nothing about this art style makes me feel comforted. At school, all the kids laughed. Camila's stripes changed when the kids called her names. Imagine having the American flag as your skin. Terrifying. The kids changed Camila's stripes all day long.
I get it. Milla, Million, maybe. I think that's what he was kind of putting together. Camilla, Chameleon. They changed color and all that. They changed to how they're feeling in a way. You know, I get it, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like as a kid, like a small, like at least 7 years old, you wouldn't really be like scared of this book because you know it's not actually going to happen. It's something that's not actually going to happen. You're not going to change like. Well, that's a lie. You're not going to change skin like how she is. If you're an African American like myself, you may have like I don't know the exact name of it. So excuse me if I'm saying this all kinds of wrong, but you might have the white spots. I don't know what it's called. Michael Jackson had it. Where you went from a dark skinned uh, person to a whiter tone as her right here. So, but at the same time, nothing's gonna nothing like this is gonna happen. So I don't know how you'd be really scared of it. But yet again, we haven't finished the book, so let's keep going.
The kids laughed. Fuck them kids. The principal told Camila's parents that she could not come back to school. Camila was sad. Hold on. The principal told her she couldn't go back to school because she was getting bullied? Honestly, that sounds like something that would happen in real life. Never mind. More doctors came to see Camila. They did not know why Camila had the stripes. They gave Camila some medications. Sounds like doctors just going, I don't fucking know. Here's some medication. Let's hope it works. So true, David Shannon. Obviously, like, it's still unsettling thus far, but it doesn't get like crazy unsettling until the next few pages where it keeps getting worse. Oop, there it is. God, that is why. Why? Why did he draw that? When was this about shape shifting into things? When did this change from my skin is multiple funky colors to I'm now a gumball machine? David, Mr. Shannon. This is when it becomes just dreadful. More doctors came to see Camila. They did not know what was wrong. I don't either. Who would? She's a gumball machine. The news came to see Camila. Camila tried lots of medicine. Camila looked worse. David, Mr. Shannon. This is what I mean. It has gotten worse.
Okay, that picture is pretty horrifying. Yes. No, that one, I have to agree. That one is pretty horrifying. I don't even know what the heck that is.
This is a kid's book. Does that not strike fear into your heart? Or at least give you a sense of dread? David would have been such a good horror illustrator. Why did you do kids' books, David? You have all this talent, and you're using it to scare children? Scare adults, David. A woman tried to help Camila. It did not work. Camila was a part of her room. What? David, you made her her room. Kids' books, David, not horror? He has so much potential to be one of the greatest horror illustrators in the United States. And he wasted it on children. He made a girl her room because she wouldn't eat lima beans. I'm sorry, are you looking at this? I feel dread. The dread is getting worse, actually. An old woman knocked on the door. She thought she could help. The old woman fed Camila lima beans. Camila told the woman how much she loved lima beans. David, Mr. Shannon, appease the room monster by feeding it lima beans. Sacrifice your newborn. When did this go from this girl is rainbow colored, kind of fruity, and then now she's her room? Mr. Shannon, I would like a word. Camila turned back into a girl with no stripes. Thank fucking God. I don't know, even without the stripes, I don't like this art style. She looks creepy as fuck. I won't lie.
Honestly,
David? Absolutely not. Camila never pretended not to like lima beans again. Camila was happy. I understand this is a children's book, and it doesn't necessarily need to make much sense to me, as I am not the target demographic anymore. But why did the universe punish this girl for just pretending she didn't like lima beans? Like, yeah, the message is be true to yourself, but the universe is that cruel where she turned into a gumball machine because she didn't want to be true to herself? I don't know. Seems a little harsh. The universe could more subtly teach her that lesson, but, let's turn her into her room, which makes no fucking sense. David, you're a talented man. Why did you do children's books?
okay, copyright. I think that's the end of this. Oh my God, why? 7 ads. Like, okay. All right. So honestly, honestly, I remember seeing the cover of the book, but I don't think I ever actually read it. If I was younger and I actually read it, I wouldn't really be terrified of it. I wouldn't be scared of it. Um, I'd be very questioning about my life. Honestly, after I read it, I still am right now as damn near an adult. But other than that, it wasn't that bad. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, and I'll see you in another reaction video.